हमारे साथ में जो थे हेमंत जोशी, वो बोले कि क्या हुआ है, आप ऐसा क्यों कर रहे हो, तो उनको डायरेक्टली हमारे सामने इधर शूट किया। तो मेरे हस्बैंड बोले कि गोली मत मारो, तो इनको भी इधर शूट किया।
इंडिया विल आइडेंटिफाई, ट्रैक एंड पनिश every terrorist and their backers.
उन्होंने हिंदू कौन है ऐसे पूछा सामने से और संजय लेले जी को सिर पे गोली मार दी। और
We will pursue them to the ends of the earth. India's spirit will never be broken by terrorism.
खातून नहीं है तुम्हारा तो सीधे गोली मार दी। वो 15-15 साल के बच्चे हैं। वो कम से कम 4 लोग थे। वो सेल्फी ले रहे थे, अपने सर पर कैमरा लगा के आए थे।
आपके पापा को भी बोला कलमा पढ़ने के लिए?
हाँ।
उन आतंकियों को और इस हमले की साजिश रचने वालों को उनकी कल्पना से भी बड़ी सजा मिलेगी।
It's like a nightmare. Even I can't believe that my husband is not there with me. Even still, I believe that it should be a bad dream.
140 करोड़ भारतीयों की इच्छा शक्ति अब आतंकी आकाओं की कमर तोड़ कर रहेगी।
सजा मिलनी चाहिए उनको, वो जो भी हो उनको सजा और इंसाफ।
अब आतंकियों की बची खुची जमीन को भी मिट्टी में मिलाने का समय आ गया है।
This is Nation Wants to Know and I am Swati Joshi. As the scars of the Pahalgam continue to bleed, Prime Minister Narendra Modi today in an unequivocal message declared that India will relentlessly identify, track and punish every terrorist and their supporters, vowing to pursue them to the ends of the earth. The Prime Minister said the entire country stands firm in this resolve, reiterated that any land used for terror activities will be destroyed. With a steely resolve to avenge the innocent lives, India has unleashed round 1 of offensive against Pakistan. India has blocked water supply, denied entry to Pakistani nationals and downgraded diplomatic ties with Pakistan. But even as the nation rallies behind the Prime Minister, ugly politics over Pahalgam terror attack rages. NCP SP leader Anil Deshmukh now dismisses claims that the assault was targeted at Hindus, saying that one must wait for investigations to yield conclusive evidence. To add insult to injury, Congress and the Samajwadi Party have accused Prime Minister Narendra Modi of failing to prevent the massacre and questioned his decision to continue election rallies instead of consoling victims' families. Meanwhile, Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah labelled the entire incident an intelligence failure, shifting the onus to Indian administration instead of condemning terrorist attack.
2-3 वीडियो जो आए उन्होंने ये बताया कि गोली दागने के पहले ऐसा किसने पूछा नहीं था कि आप हिंदू हो या मुस्लिम हो। ऐसे भी कुछ बातें सामने आई है। अभी धीरे धीरे पूरी जब छानबीन होगी तब ये बातें सच्ची बात क्या है वो सब सामने आएंगी।
ಬಹುಶಃ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಇಂಟೆಲಿಜೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನನಗೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ। ಇಂಟೆಲಿಜೆನ್ಸ್ ಫೇಲ್ಯೂರ್ ಇದು इंटेलिजेंस फेल्यूर पूरा इधे
देश के प्रधानमंत्री जी को चाहिए था कि रैली बंद करें। अभी रैली की आवश्यकता नहीं है। उस पीड़ित परिवार के में जो लोग मारे गए हैं उनसे मिलना चाहिए।
सरकार बहुत कमजोर है। प्रधानमंत्री जी की जो पूरी पर्सनालिटी है वो दिन ब दिन आतंकवाद के खिलाफ लड़ाई में वो हमेशा कमजोर साबित हुए हैं।
Well, you'll find a lot of similarities between the statements that you just heard and what Pakistan is saying. Pakistan, in fact, has echoed the allegations made by the Indian opposition, accusing the NDA government of deflecting blame. Let's break down the similarities between the two. Let's take a look at what the Vipaksh has said in India and what Pakistan is saying. They seem to be on the same page as of now. Opposition says Prime Minister Modi must take responsibility. This is what Irfan Ansari of the Congress has said. Pakistan parrots charges. Fawad Hussain, Pakistani leader, says to deflect responsibility, Modi is scapegoating Pakistan. Let's take a look at another statement that came in from Irfan Ansari. BJP is trying to divert the issue. What did Fawad Hussain say? Indian government misleading the public. Let's take a look at another set of statements that came in from Siddaramaiah, the Chief Minister of Karnataka. He said this is intelligence failure. What did Fawad Hussain, the Pakistani leader, say? As if he is monitoring every single statement made by the opposition leaders and repeating the same script. He said, attack reflects intel failure by the Indian Home Minister. So, opposition leaders make a statement and that is mirrored by the Pakistani leaders, ready to target the Indian government. Amid the ongoing political debates over the Pahalgam terror attack, AIMIM chief Mr. Owaisi has urged all parties to rise above politics and unite in the face of terrorism. Owaisi condemned the attack in strong terms and praised Home Minister Amit Shah for personally meeting the victims and their families, calling it a commendable gesture of empathy and leadership.
और मैं ऑन रिकॉर्ड कह रहा हूं कि होम मिनिस्टर जो जाकर मिले विक्टिम फैमिली से अच्छा किए, वो आसान काम नहीं था मगर अच्छा किए, मगर उन विक्टिम्स को ये नहीं है कि हम भूल जाएं थोड़े दिन के बाद। उन मरने वालों के परिवार के आंसू रायगा नहीं जाना चाहिए।
Well, the Bharatiya Janata Party has also strongly condemned what it describes as politicization of the Pahalgam terror attack, criticizing opposition parties for engaging in vote bank politics over the deaths of innocents. BJP leaders have accused their rivals of attempting to give a communal spin to the tragedy instead of standing united against terrorism, and reiterated that such divisive tactics undermine national solidarity at a time of crisis.
सरकार इस प्रकार की किसी भी बर्बर और अमानवीय आतंकी घटना को लेकर, उग्रवादी घटना को लेकर के जीरो टॉलरेंस की नीति के तहत कार्य करना जानती है। यह वह सरकार नहीं जो आतंकवादियों पर दायर मुकदमों को वापस लेती हो या वहां पर भी अपना वोट बैंक देखती हो।
It is not a time to discuss about political. It is you have to stand together in the spirit of humanity.
अनिल देशमुख कहते हैं कि नहीं, धर्म पूछकर तो किसी को नहीं मारा जा रहा। किस प्रकार का डिनायल है ये? इस्लामिक आतंकवाद और इस्लामिक जिहाद को बचाने के लिए किस स्तर पर जाएंगे वोट बैंक पॉलिटिक्स के नाम पर?
These are people who are now adding to the Hindu-Muslim story and trying to show that they are speaking not in the favor of Indian citizens and the victims of terror, but speaking in favor of politics.
So the blame game continues, these political reactions continue, and based on the kind of reactions that we are getting here in India, this is the question that we are asking. Is the INDI, the bloc, putting politics above people? You can cast your vote, have your say. Do tell us, what do you think about this issue? You can cast your vote at Times Now on social media platform X, and we'll reveal the results after the debate. Let me in fact introduce the guests. We are joined by Gopal Krishna Agarwal. He is the national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. We have Captain Akhilesh Saxena, Kargil war hero. We have Ashwini Kumar Mishra of the Congress. In fact, he's going to join us any time now. Anish Gawande, NCP SP national spokesperson, and Dharmendra Yadav of the Samajwadi Party is joining us on the broadcast. Anish, I want to come to you first, and my question is very simple. Was there a need to trivialize pain? And first of all, where did, this angle of Hindus were targeted come from? It came from the victims. The victims narrated the ordeal. That's when this came to fore. It's not like some politician started, spreading this narrative and that's how it gained significance. No. So what was the need to trivialize pain?
To start off with, I want to say that this was an attack on Hindus, and we must now unite as Indians. Unfortunately, what has happened in the aftermath of this attack is that in TV studios and from the government, certificates of patriotism are being handed out to everyone around them. Who gave them this right? Who is the BJP or indeed anybody else to hand out a certificate of patriotism to people in this country? It is fundamentally irresponsible to suggest that the opposition is in cahoots with Pakistan of all things. This is a time for us to unite as Indians. when we're being asked to divide on Indian Muslim and Indian Hindu, Indian and Kashmiri. We must stand up together as Indians, and it is not the opposition which is dividing, but the party in power. We have significantly and succinctly said that we support the government in all of its actions. Supriya Tai was the first to call for an all-party meeting, and now we've called for a special session of Parliament on this. We have supported the Prime Minister in all of his efforts and thanked the Home Minister for ensuring the safe return of the tourists who have been stranded and those who have lost their lives. To politicize this issue is to divide us as Indians, and to say that this should be a question of whether Hindus were targeted or Muslims were targeted with the aim of making this a domestic Indian Muslim versus Indian Hindu issue is where we draw the line.
Yes. What I want to know from you is, why did Mr. Deshmukh write off what the victims said? Why write that off? Why try to cover up what the terrorists actually did, Anish? That's a very, very simple question I'm asking. Because this narrative came to fore only after the victims spoke. 1 second. Only after the victims spoke. Now, there are statements that have been given that the BJP is trying to divert the issue from what has transpired. Take a look at the decisions that are being taken. Take a look at the message that the Prime Minister has given today when he says that we'll identify, track and ensure that the terrorists and the perpetrators are going to be punished. How are we diverting attention? And who said that the opposition is in cahoots? Who is giving patriotism certificates to the people of this country? Who?
The BJP. If you look at the BJP handles, when they put out Studio Ghibli art from their Chhattisgarh handle and say that this is a moment to unite on basis of religion and not on the basis of our country, the BJP is dividing people. When you point to Anil Deshmukhji's statement, please see that statement in the context of a larger statement that he's made. He's a senior leader, a former Home Minister of this country, of the state of Maharashtra. He's made that statement, and nobody in Maharashtra, I guarantee you, is doubting this or has not seen the pain of Asavari Jagdale, whose father was eyes on the basis of his religion. So to think that any politician in their right mind would make such a statement to deny that Hindus were targeted is to deny that every single politician cares about this country. And I've made this statement on your channel before. Even during 26/11, I have said that no Home Minister is going to go against the interests of this country. On this attack and today, I will reiterate that no Home Minister, including the one from the BJP, who is also my Home Minister,
Let me bring in Gopal Krishna Agarwal. Gopal Krishna Agarwal, according to Anish, the entire opposition is standing with you, and it's your party which is trying to distribute certificates of patriotism. Who is behaving irresponsibility during this time when we need to stand together as one nation in this fight against terrorism?
Swatiji, what we have to understand is, we have to see the whole context. The narrative about the Hindus being killed, identified and killed was not made by BJP. It is very clear the victims and their families, they themselves said that. And what is opposition doing? They are fueling what suits Pakistan, their narrative. Even the senior journalist from Pakistan, he has accepted that this narrative, a wrong narrative about this whole episode about Pakistan not being involved, Indian agencies, etc. This is being fueled by people from Pakistan. And the opposition is also doing what? This is the same thing. See Robert Vadera, what he said. There are two aspects. The truth is that the Hindus were identified and killed. That is very much, if you dilute that truth, how you will fight with the...
No, but the opposition's point is, if you only highlight that, what you're doing is you are going ahead with the agenda of a communal divide in this country. That's what the opposition is saying. So do not just only highlight that.
No, how you will hide the fact and not talk about the fact, and then this is the appeasement. This is the problem with the opposition. Government has taken strong actions. If they want to talk about actions, already our government, Modi ji, has taken strong actions. He has given very strong statement today in Bihar to the world community. Outreach by the Ministry of External Affairs to every ambassadors, etc. is already taking. We have seen a lot of support from India's concern from the global community. The all-party meeting is taking place. There are two aspects. One thing is the truth about the incident. It is very clear that Hindus were identified and killed. If you just hide this fact, how will you fight the
So you're saying by not highlighting that fact, or the opposition not choosing to highlight only that, you're giving cover fire to Pakistan. I want to bring in Ashwini Kumar Mishra. One second. Ashwini Kumar Mishra, the allegation is that the kind of statements that are being made by the opposition leaders here is giving a handle to Pakistan. It's like a fodder for them. They are almost repeating the same thing.
Swati ji, whatever happened in Kashmir is very, very unfortunate, and whole country stands united. There is no doubt about this. We are beyond BJP and Congress in this movement. We are all Indians first. And we need to understand, when our terrorist attacks in Kashmir, they had two main motives, which I want to talk about here. One, they wanted to show the world about the instability or the security issues in the Kashmir, which we have been bragging about, that Kashmir is quite safe. And two, second most important issue is creating unrest in the country in the name of Hindu-Muslim, creating a civil war-like situation in the country by naming the people and calling their names and killing them. That is exactly what is happening in the country. Right now, the situation in the country is we are almost heading towards a civil war in the name of Hindu-Muslim. That is the kind of...
In the name of Hindu-Muslim, why are you reducing it to that?
No,
that's the larger issue and the larger enemy and the bigger enemy here is Pakistan.
Exactly.
Look at the kind of statements that are coming in, that this is an intelligence failure. You have a terror factory in Pakistan. They keep on pushing terrorists across the border, sir. Dispensations have changed in this country, but Pakistan has not changed. Pakistan has not changed. They continue to push terrorists.
Swati ji,
cross-border terrorism is a reality. Why are we reducing this to Hindu-Muslim?
I am not reducing it to Hindu-Muslim. That's why I said there are two aspects which terrorists wanted to highlight, and both they were able to successfully able to do it. One, they wanted to highlight there is a security lapses in terms of how.
One second, Mr. Mishra, you jumped to the conclusion that there is a security lapse. When terror commanders were being neutralized in Kashmir, did you say this is a security lapse?
Swati ji,
you're saying instability. One second, you're saying there's instability in Kashmir. There could be problems, there could be shortcomings, and there could be problems. But the fact that there was a massive increase in footfall, was that not a significant any parameter to talk about normalcy in Kashmir?
That's the whole point I'm trying to raise here, Swati ji. There were 2,000 people and there were security lapses. That's why that attack happened. We cannot let the government not be accountable for it. Rather, I am okay to not talk about that right now. Let's first perpetrators get what they deserve. But having said that, media should also ask the government accountability. That fact we cannot deny.
Captain Akhilesh Saxena is with us. He's a Kargil war hero. He understands the perception game as well, and he understands battleground as well. Captain Akhilesh Saxena, panelists are saying, you should be asking the government, why did this happen? There are some who are also suggesting intel failure. Others who are saying security lapse. There were 2,000 tourists, no security personnel. It's a lapse on our part.
Let me just come on the Kashmir situation. But let me just say one thing. You know, our history, Indian history, we are not afraid of our external enemy. We can deal with them. Thousands years back and today also. But always you will find Jachan within our family, within our nation. It is difficult to deal with them. Now nation is going through such a turmoil. Nation is going through such a historic thing, attack on us. And then again we are diluting it. We are saying we are with the government. But we should do that. Are you not Indian first? And that's what I'm saying. Any Indian who is worth his salt should say that this is the time to forget about all disagreement. Let's come together as Indian. Let me tell you first about the intelligence failure which you are talking about. I have served in that terrain. See, our Jammu Kashmir entire border is porous, right? Since removal of Article 370, the infiltration by terrorists has decreased a lot. And that's why you say now they are not in the position to attack direct armed forces, CRPF, or the army forces. They have gone up to the attacking the tourists, which we were not doing till now. It shows that they are not capable of doing other things because they cannot take direct hit with the armed forces. Second, Pakistan, these terrorists, they are just a puppet which is sent in our country. And we cannot be just satisfied by just killing them. They are the first one. But Pakistan has got a terror factory, right? You need to realize If you just killed, right now there are only 75 active terrorists in the Jammu and Kashmir. Out of them, 52 are foreign terrorists, around 23 which are supporting them. We can kill them all after doing a huge combing operation, but that will yield nothing. Because after 6 months, 7 months, you cannot stop the entire infiltration.
All right. I think the larger point you're making is, let's hit the terror factory. Let's hit from where this is all emanating. I want to bring in धर्मेंद्र यादव. क्या ऑपोजिशन जयचंदों का काम कर रही है? कैप्टन का कहना है कि देश के अंदर जो चैलेंजेस है वो हमारे लिए सबसे ज्यादा बड़े हैं. हम बाहर एनिमी से तो लड़ लेंगे, लेकिन घर में जो डाउट्स और सस्पिशंस रेस किए जा रहे हैं उसका क्या करें?
स्वाति जी, सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम भारतीय जनता पार्टी की ये है कि वो अपनी कमियों को एक्सेप्ट नहीं करती.
नहीं, अभी कैप्टन अखिलेश सक्सेना बात कर रहे थे, बीजेपी के प्रवक्ता नहीं.
बताएं तो भारतीय जनता, हाँ बिल्कुल ठीक बात है, ठीक बात, मैं मान गया, बात आपकी मान गया मैं. भारतीय जनता पार्टी, मोदी जी ने 2014 में शपथ लिया और 2015 में नवाज शरीफ के घर पे बिना प्रोटोकॉल के, बिना किसी इंफॉर्मेशन के गए थे, डिप्लोमेटिकली गए थे. ये मान लिया हमने कि चलो डिप्लोमेसी के तहत वो गए थे. उसके बाद 2016 में पठानकोट हमला हो जाता है. इसका मतलब डिप्लोमेसी भारतीय जनता पार्टी की उस लेवल तक नहीं है कि जो चीजों को डील कर पाए. बॉर्डर सिक्योरिटी ब्रीच इसमें है कि नहीं, ये बता दीजिए. अगर कर्नल आपके जो बैठे हुए हैं पैनल में, वो ये कह दे कि बॉर्डर सिक्योरिटी ब्रीच नहीं है. अब 2000 आपके पास जो पर्यटक आए थे, 2000 पर्यटकों के होने के बाद भी वहां पे कोई सिक्योरिटी फोर्स नहीं था. जो विनय नरवाल थे, जो एक जिनकी मौत हो गई है, उनकी बहन ने कहा कि मेरा भाई 1.5 घंटे तक जिंदा था. अगर वहां पे कोई सिक्योरिटी फोर्स होता, कोई मेडिकल फैसिलिटी होती, तो शायद उसकी जान बच जाती.
अभी थोड़ी देर पहले कैप्टन अखिलेश यादव उसी टेरेन की बात कर रहे थे, उसका जिक्र कर रहे थे सर. और अगर ये बहुत बड़ा मानक है, तो यूपीए के वक्त अगर सही डिप्लोमेसी हो रही थी, कम्युनल डिवाइड नहीं हो रहा था, तो उस वक्त टेरर अटैक क्यों हो रहे थे? अगर डिप्लोमेसी भी सही थी और कम्युनल डिवाइड भी नहीं था. इन सब में होता यह है कि आपसी बहस करते करते आप ये भूल जाते हैं कि जो टेरर फैक्ट्री चला रहा है उसको कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता या कौन सा डिस्पेंसेशन है, या शायद उसको वो अपनी स्ट्रैटेजी में इस्तेमाल करके टेररिस्ट को बार बार भारत के बॉर्डर में धकेलता है. एंड वी मिस दैट वेरी क्रूशियल पॉइंट. Gentlemen, I have to wrap up the debate. Thank you very much for joining us on the broadcast. It's time also to reveal the results of the poll. The question that we asked, is it that the INDI is putting politics above people? And 72% people believe yes, that's exactly what is happening, while 28% people say no, INDI is not putting politics above people. With that, we're wrapping up this edition of Nation Wants to Know. A very quick break. Lot more lined up on the other side. Stay on with us.